Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise. Hi! Diana Kelly had a great question. She wanted to know if I would read on Trump for January 22nd. So yeah, let's see what's up with Trump. 2 days after Biden is inaugurated. So I ran his chart with his transits, and I ran his transits for Palm Beach, Florida. So the only thing that I'm seeing here that, I haven't noticed, well, no, actually I did notice it before because I did a reading a long time ago on how I could tell he was going to be leaving, and it had to do with Uranus being up on his midheaven in a bunch of different charts I ran. I'm sure I did a solar return, and I think even the lunar return for the month of January. But anyway, what I'm seeing this time, if we look at the North Node is currently at 19 degrees Gemini. Well, the nodes move backwards. His is at 20, so he's already had his nodal return, which can be a very, karmic aspect. So there's the issue of power and how he represents himself, in his reputation, and it's not true power, but he's an abuser of power. And so this is coming back on him. And this is definitely affecting him emotionally because it's conjunct his moon. And the moon is also another position of being in the public. It's another, you can look at too, where the moon is in your chart to see like where you will be the most recognized. It can also be ego fragmentation, and he has a lot of that. So the other transits are all focused right over here, because his natal chart is so, well, it's just the way things are moving, and his natal chart is very focused over, and the last 12, quadrants up here, or quadrant up here, and his house of money, and, money that he makes. And he's, this delusion and his lies, and it's all about getting people to do what he wants. Having Jupiter in the second in Libra conjunct Chiron can have to do with his deep wounding in the area of relationship. And, this is a soul that could have turned it around if he were to have tapped into source energy and worked through his wounding, his relationship wounding in his last lifetimes, and how he had hurt others in last lifetimes. He could have turned this whole thing around, and his value system would have changed so that it was more about fairness and equality and a bridge to spirit, to the true spiritual essence. But he didn't do any of that. So now he's, quite a while ago he had his Chiron opposition. No, wait, actually, he's going to have his Chiron opposition. We all have a Chiron return at 51. Most people don't make it to a second Chiron return, but Chiron's transiting up here at 5 degrees, so it's, at some point, it's going to be Chiron opposite Chiron, and he's going to be faced with his wounding again on a deeper level. But he's faced with it now, and what I'm noticing mostly, well, I'll get to that in a moment. He's having to kind of recreate himself with Pluto transiting through the 5th house. Natally he had it in the 12th, and here we have, where he's moved all the way through. You would think he would have had a breakthrough in his mind when it hit his 3rd, but oh no. And you would have think that he would have had some emotional breakthroughs, and especially when it hit his South Node and his moon, but no, not him. He just let that all go, and he kept pushing, just going for what he wants. Well, now that it's in his 5th, he's going to have to go through some dissipation of, his actual physical power into the realms of, what he can and cannot create, and money that he can and cannot make anymore. So that's coming up for him, or that he's in it. He's been in it. It won't be long before Pluto hits his 6th house. If you're one of Alfie Lavoie's fans, which I am, he rectified his chart for 10:11 a.m. rather than the 10:54 a.m. And if that chart is correct, Pluto's already is just bumping into, well, yeah, I think it might already be in his 6th house of that chart, but I didn't print that one out because most people don't know about it. So Pluto in the 6th house it can be, health challenges if you're not healthy. It can be really powerful if you are, but if you're not, then no. And he's not. So anyway, regardless, he has Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, all that in Aquarius in the 6th house. So this is lessons and spiritual lessons, spiritual opportunities to change your health habits, your work habits, your lessons in service, and lots of thinking and talking about it. So I don't see that as being such a big deal, other than Saturn in the 6th in a, no matter which chart we're using, I mean, as far as like around 10 in the morning, 10 to 11 in the morning, you're still going to have Saturn and Jupiter in the 6th house of health, which is, it can be a problem, can really be a problem. Not necessarily Jupiter, but Saturn there. So what I am noticing the most is that, to remember, 7th house is relationships, and Neptune's been there for quite a while, and his relationship realm has just been really illusional, delusional, crazy. Neptune in its highest is source energy, but spiritual forces. But in its lowest, it's delusion, and he definitely operates from the lowest level. So he has attracted a lot of delusional relationships and victim type relationships. I mean, we can just look at this as being all his followers that are still donating to him or who have donated to him over the past. That's been going on for a long time. And it'll stay there for quite some time. So I'm not even going to focus on that. Right here is what I'm looking at. The 9th house is courts of law. That's one of the things that it means. Courts of law. Mars in the 9th, conjunct Uranus in the 9th, that's not good for court cases. So this is going to be a problem. And on this day, the moon is right there at his midheaven, and the days moving forward. And Diana, I don't know why you chose the 22nd. Maybe there was something that you intuitively felt, and so please drop that in the comments. I'd love to know. But it's a good idea to look for anything after the 20th. But anyway, so with the moon here, over the next few days, it's going to keep going this way, and the moon on the midheaven would definitely, reveal something. So I think that this could be, it's on a Friday, but any day, well, it could literally be like, 12:01 p.m. on January 20th that he's served with some papers because he's no longer president. So let's hope convictions come through for that. And that would go along with, Mars will stay in his 9th house for a little while. Uranus is going to be there for years. So Uranus in the 9th house of courts of law is going, this could be a reversal of fortune, being that it's in Taurus. And yeah, and it could affect him like very quickly. And we could know about it, right up. Well, it could be. Well, I think we're going to know about it soon. And I'm going to do a tarot reading on this right now too. But I think we're going to know about this soon after the 20th, and it's going to be revealed, every day after that, more and more and more, because the moon will keep going through the rest of, the houses in his chart, revealing, and it'll be hitting all his personal planets as it travels around. So the days and up to, well, the moon stays in each house about 2.5 days. So we're looking at about a week here. And yeah, so that'll be interesting to see. We're waiting. So, okay. So with the tarot, I created a spread. I'm going to use the Lenormand as well, but afterwards. I created a spread that's a little different. but not as different as what you guys are used to with me. So instead of the forces in motion, I'm going to do down here the actual situation for him. What's it like for him this day, January 22nd, 2021? Okay, Queen of Wands. That's interesting. So his challenges for this day, the Five of Wands reversed. What's he feeling? How's he feeling? What's he feeling? What are his attitudes? Yeah. What is he doing? What are his actions for this day? Now, what's the karma that's hanging down over him? What are the forces in motion in his life? Okay. The degree of success or not. And his future. Okay. So let me get these in frame real quick, and I'll layer the. Well, let me read these cards first. I think it's important to do these. Let me stick a chopstick under here to get that glare off. Or actually, maybe if I move it over a little. Oh yeah, that works. Okay. All right. So, actual situation with the Queen of Wands, well, I think he's feeling kind of cocky. I think that the combo here, though, this could be, I know Melania's a Taurus. She's not a fire sign, but she might have she might have a fire sign ascendant or whatever. I mean, I don't think anybody has her actual birth time, so to know her ascendant, it could be challenging. But this could be Melania. The actual situation could be Melania calling some shots. So we'll see when I layer the Lenormand, but I think that could be it. And then his challenge has to do with, he needs to find some kind of a solution in order to get past, all this fighting and these conflicts. And so I think this has to do with her. I think there's some compromising going on with Melania. Could even be, and I mean, I know Ivanka is a Scorpio, so this wouldn't be one of her cards either. But this could have to do with women in his life who are more self-confident than he is, and who have some power over him, and then his needing to compromise with them, because this card is more about how, when it's reversed, it's more about finding a solution to all the struggling. On another level, if this isn't a person or women in his life, and we're going with just the energy and the consciousness of the card, then we're dealing with him needing to receive, because all the queens receive, because they're water, and then whatever sign they go with, or element that they go with. And with the wands, we're dealing with fiery, passionate energy. But the actual situation could be him needing to receive attention from others. That's what I'm getting. Okay, then his challenge is that he's going to have to find some type of harmony in relationships in order to do that. Now, his feelings and attitudes with the Lovers reversed, he's having regrets, and he's needing to, this is a card of divorce when it's reversed. So he might be feeling like he wants to divorce Melania, or he wants to get away from her, but I'm sure she's got some payments coming in I'm sure she has some comeuppance coming because that, you know, they have a very transactional marriage. And then with his actions being the Temperance card, this would be him being more patient and tolerant because I think he's trying to get something from her. I do think this is Melania. Wow. Okay, so it'll show up more when we do the Lenormand cards. That will bring in the details. Because this card on a deeper spiritual level has to do with bringing in the synergy of like two yeses coming together. But if she's got a no, or if she's got a no, it's my way or the only way, because we have the divorce card here, then he's having to compromise. And he's having to compromise here as well. So this, I think, is a pattern here. So, okay. Now, the karma that's hanging over him, the forces in motion, of course, this is the Five of Cups reversed. So he's trying to move forward. You know, I think he's in some acceptance here. When it's straight up, it's like, you know, it's a lot of despair and grief and feeling unloved and being lonely, feeling lonely. But when it's reversed, there's some you know, there's some moving on. So maybe this is all about Melania, or melanoma, as some people call her. I didn't think of that one. One of you guys did. I can't take credit for that. But anyway, so some kind of moving on emotionally is what's going on, what's hanging over him. So he literally has to move on. Because he doesn't do anything unless he has to. You know, yeah, except for, you know, give me the money kind of thing. Now, his degree of success, with the King of Swords, I don't really know that you could call it successful. It's just all about, you know, getting to the truth, and this card is all about legal matters. This has to do with, I think, him doing everything he can to delay his legal, because that's what he does. You know, his MO is like, you know, deceive, delay, deny. And of course, you know, he's always doing the grifting and lying and golfing. There's always that. But I think this is his attorneys, you know, using their delay tactics. Now, his future is a loss of success. You know, this is the victory card, but it's reversed. So there's no victory. This is giving up. This is a disgrace. This is being at a real point of failure. So this is future. Okay, so let's layer the little Lenormand cards here. Let me make some room over here. So, let's get more information about this actual situation here. Yeah, there's something really painful. So this goes with the divorce. So I think it is Melania. And it's coming quick. It's coming quick. This is something really important with the key. Okay, and then as far as his challenges... his challenges is to actually move on quickly because he's having to fight. I bet you he wants to get away. I bet he wants to get away, but he can't. He's got this legal battle here. And like I said, in his, you know, natal chart, he's got the courts of law and something coming down really quick. You know, Mars and Uranus is like, whew, you got to deal with it. Okay, so his feelings and attitudes. He wants some recovery. Yeah, and again, he wants to move on. He wants, well, here, let's do this. He wants recovery, and he wants to get the hell out of Dodge. He might want some recovery from the news cycle that is probably really coming down on him. Because, well, you know, I mean, there's always going to be the deniers and the people that say that they're going to get rid of Biden. There's always going to be that kind of crap. But yeah, let's just listen to them when they're in jail, huh? Okay, so his actions. What is he going to be doing? He's going to be watching legal documents come in. watching for subpoenas. Okay, and the karma, the forces in motion hanging over him. We have the scythe. Yeah, the scythe and the fish. So a removal of his ability to make money and receive money. A removal of the transactional, all of the transactional relationships that he has had. A clearing out of his funds, because he's going to have to pay all these people. But, you know, get in line with that, man. He doesn't pay his bills. Okay, degree of success. Well, he can have some success with his overseas little buddy, Mr. Putin, whatever his name is. Vlad. Mr. Vlad. Okay, let's do a couple more in success, because I have room here. Yeah, so he does have that peaceful, long-standing relationship with Putin. And, you know, that's the club that he's always belonged in. The money launderers, the grifters, the selfish people that don't care about anyone else except for themselves. The Russian oligarchs. Yeah. So there's some success there. Okay. But I don't see, as far as like delaying any legal thing here, this tells me that the legal issues are sunk down deep, and this has to do with his ties to Russia that have been going on for a really long time, and now that's the reputation he's earned. So something's, whatever it is that they have that's coming down on him, you know, from SDNY and the Manhattan DA, all of that, this is it. Yeah, so that's what he's going to be successful in. He may end up being, who is it, Linda G, that always got that he would be known as the illegitimate president. So that's very, very possible. Wow. Okay, so his future. Let's do 4 cards for his future. Wow, I've had these cards for his future before. Okay, might do some more on that, but I think a heart problem, a heart issue, because he didn't win. Because for him to lose is really hard. He can't accept that very easily. And then something impulsive, some communications that cause him stress. And it has to do with, I believe, possibly his super spreader events, and other possibilities are the people he parties with. This little card here. I used to get this card all the time when I did dailies on him. It kept coming up, and I kept, well, yeah, the guy always parties. Why do I keep getting this? And then it finally dawned on me this had to do with his super spreader events. And, which he was going around. Remember all the rallies he did? So, okay, I want some more. Because I've been seeing, these 3 cards were in his reading for his week that's uploaded already. I think they were over here in the future, if I remember right, because I think I just did that a couple days ago. This one wasn't, but these 3, I think. I could be wrong. Okay, 3 more cards. This one. Oh, yeah, okay, so some loyal friends, who've been like I think repeat offenders. This could be that he still has money. There could be some money that comes in, or some public, adulation from very immature people. People who are about as immature as an 8-year-old or younger. People who are about as emotionally developed as a, young child. Adults. These are his loyal followers. In his future, he still has his loyal followers. Okay, I did a health reading on him already. So you guys can refer to that. But I have another little idea. And I think his health reading was uploaded just, of course, in this less than a week. I think it might have been before, I know it was before New Year's, but maybe like the 28th or 29th if you want to look for that. Let me see if I can get a... well, let's use this little deck. So this is the Lenormand. Let me see if I can get some timing around some, because I feel like his health issues are gonna be what gets him. So let's see how long before his health is so bad that that it causes him real problems. Colon problems, yeah, colon problems, immune system problems, things that eat away at him, toxicity, and that's the fatal card, and that's his card. So as far as timing, well, with the snake, it can even be like 7 weeks. It's another toxic card, but it can, because it's the 7, it could be 7 days or 7 weeks. But it could be like 7 weeks from now. The crossroads, that card has to do with, it can be 2 days or 2 months. And it's also a February card, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. Pretty sure it's February, though. And that's, because of the 2 in there. So this could be that there's a betrayal of his body. And of course his, colon area, because he wouldn't be assimilating things well. And we already know that was part of the problem with the health reading, along with the heart issue. but it could be that by February. And this is a really, really stressful card. But this one, when you're trying to find timing, it's something that happens really quickly. And then the Coffin card, this is a card of eternity, like, something that goes for a long time. Because, you've crossed over and you're on the other side. And the Man card we don't use for timing, but that's him. So this is his health. This is his future. This is what he has coming ahead, health-wise. So maybe we'll see something by February. I don't wish any ill on anyone. I would honestly, truly would rather see him incarcerated where he belongs. And especially for crimes against humanity, especially for all the kids in the cages who were separated from their families. But, I've done enough karmic readings on him to know that's he's going to pay for that. It just might not be this lifetime because his health is so lousy. I don't think he's not going to pay for it this lifetime. I don't believe. So okay, well, I'm going to close this reading up. Thanks you guys for watching and listening, and I welcome your comments as long as they're kind. Okay, thanks you guys. Bye.